All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring in this truth worldwide to wake up the elected children of Israel. Yeah, this lesson is going to be entitled Jake and the Zombie Demon Apocalypse Doctrine, right? So, what I have on the screen is a video I did last week, Mark of the Beast News. By way of miracles, he deceived the whole world. I was going into this article I seen on bbcnews.com where the paralyzed man was able to move in an exoskeleton by having a brain chip implanted in his mind. And lo and behold, you get a bugged out Jake, right? Jacovian Daniels, right? He says zombie apocalypse. I was like, where in the Bible can you find zombie apocalypse? I said, you can't. You're a bug out. You're through. I said, Isaiah 8:20, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. 1 Peter 4:11, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of power. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability in which power giveth, that power in all things may be glorified through Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, to whom be praise and dominion forever. So be it. So like forever and ever, so be it. I said, you're done. Keep watching IUIC, 7 trumpet preppers, and redirecting, right? He says it's all over the KJV Bible. Why would I lie? The mark of the beast is the start of the zombie demon apocalypse. It's like need verses. After all I said earlier about proving what you have to say, it says to the law and to the testimony, if you speak not of this word, right? I'm going to put it up again, Isaiah 8:20. It says, I follow my KJV only, right? To be a servant of the Most High, you sure are denying his written word. And I simply posted, why haven't you posted any scriptures yet? Hear me out. The Most High says he will reject those that worship the beast and any of those who take the mark. Why? We're going to go into all that, but it's pure vomit that this guy is spewing. He says, look, I'm not lying. Revelation 6:8, 9:6, 16:2, Deuteronomy 28:53 through 57, Leviticus 26:28, Jeremiah 19:19, Isaiah 19:19, Joel 2. Thank me later, KJV. Right? It says, and we're going to go through those scriptures. CERN and 5G and quantum computers run the chip. Look it up. A modern day spirit board. This dude is bugged the hell out. He said, oh, Daniel 2:43. Right? Once again, we're going to go over those verses. It says, you get that chip, a demon inhabits your vessel. No if buts about it. We are the temple. The Antichrist is still a sit-in. Man, what is this dude talking about? Antichrist simply means anything that's against Hamashiach, right? Says spiritual battle, put on the whole armor. I was like, who is the beast? Revelations 13:1. And this is how you can tell this guy's a bug out. Says the beast is an Islamic whoremonger leader. The false prophet is the Antichrist. Refer to Daniel 11. The beast is also literal beast. Refer to Enoch 58. You see this dude? Enoch 58. That's why the elders and apostles tell you guys, man, leave those other books alone. It's vomit. And that's all this guy is spewing is vomit. So let's get into the scriptures, man. This is Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord Yahweh Shah with all thine heart, and lean not to thine own understanding. Well, this guy is actually leaning to his own understanding with whatever vomit he's coming with. And I left it on the comment board just Salakia. So this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. Obviously, this dude is wise in his own eyes. He's reading out the book of Enoch. He saying that the false prophet is the Antichrist, or the anti-Messiah, or the anti-anointed. But simply, the anti-anointed is what? Anybody that's against Hamashiach, right? This guy's saying that the beast is an Islamic warmonger, right? And this guy went over a couple of scriptures, man, and we're going to go ahead and get into them scriptures right now. So Deuteronomy 28, and we know Deuteronomy 28 lists the blessings and the curses. And he went to the curses, which fell upon all the children of Israel. The guy also said that these things has not happened yet. In my first attempt to record this, I ended up shutting down the recorder and didn't know it wasn't recording. And this guy made a comment at the end of the comment after I had, before I had deleted it, that he said that that these things hasn't came upon the children of Israel yet. But we're going to prove this guy's a liar and he has no oil, right? So he said Deuteronomy 28 and 53, but we're going to start at verse 52. He says, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates. Who? The enemy that Yahweh shall sent against us, until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy power have given thee, right? And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, and the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy power have given thee in the siege, and in the straitness wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee. So this guy's trying to say that this didn't happen. Well, it happened several times to Israel, man. Right? And he also said Jeremiah 19 and 9. Right? Says, matter of fact, let me look up. Right, so this is Jeremiah prophesying this before the kings of Judah, right? Before the Babylonians came and took them over, right? So they was sacrificing to Baal, sacrificing their children to Baal, right? So we're gonna start at verse 8. And I will make this city desolate and a hissing. Every one that passeth thereby shall be astonished and hiss because of all the plagues thereof. And I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend in the siege and the straitness, wherewith wherewith their enemies, and they shall seek their lives, they shall strain them, right? So this happened already. This dude is a straight bug out, man, right? And it's another curse. This guy don't know. Reading in the book of Enoch with no understanding, right? So he said Leviticus 26 and 28, right? Once again, it's part of the curses, which is going to come back because we're still under the curses, man. When the famine hit, guess what? People ain't going to have no food, and guess what? The Israelites going to be eating their own children, man, right? It says, he had verse 28, but it's really verse 29. So verse 28, then I will walk contrary unto you also in fury, and I, even I, will chastise you 7 times for your sins. 7 means completion. And ye shall eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters shall ye eat, right? So once again, man, this is a curse that's placed upon the children of Israel, and this has already happened several times already. And once again, it's going to happen again, because there's nothing new under the sun. And he also said the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 19. This guy don't realize this is going into end time connotation. You know, we can get this right here. Let's start at verse 2. Isaiah 9 and 2. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them have the light shine. So where are we at right now? We in the valley of the shadow of death. That great light has been shined, starting with Arthur Bivens, you know what I'm saying, from Elder Apostle Taha on down, giving us, you know, this blueprint, you know, first and foremost through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem B'Shai, right? It says, thou hast multiplied the nation and not increased the joy. They joy before thee according to the joy in harvest, and as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff off his shoulder, and the rod of his oppressor, as the day of Midian, right? Now check this out. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Once again, man, it's talking about those ICBM missiles, man. This is end time connotation. Let's drop down to verse 19, so you understand this is all end time connotation, right? It says, verse 19, through the wrath of the Most High of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire, right? They walk in charcoal. No man shall spare his brother, and he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm, right? Oh, once again, man, that's what's going to happen when this famine hit this place, man, which is shortly approaching. This guy also said Joel 2, right? Let's go to Joel chapter 2. And Elder Apostle Hall went over this a couple months ago about this is what? Those ICBM missiles, man. And we're going to read about it, right? So this is, and that's how you know this guy has no understanding, right? At all. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. We blowing that trumpet right now. These video pistols, you know what I'm saying, out on the highways and byways, trying to wake our people up, the lack up to who they are, right? For the day of the Most High cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness, a day of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the light, neither shall they be any more after it, right? So it's not talking about people, it's talking about those ICBM missiles, man. Even to the years of many generations, right? Now, this is the point. Verse 3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape, right? So when those thermonuclears hit, man, it's going to be a fire behind them, and it's going to be a desolate wilderness when it's done, right? Well, this guy has no understanding, man. I think he said also Daniel 2 and 43. But when you get into all those other books, man, you know, he said KJV only, but ain't no book of Enoch in the KJV. Ain't no book Enoch 58 in the KJV. You know, Jake and his damn new doctrine, the mark of the beast, microchip, is going to cause your DNA to change and where you going to be a zombie. What the hell? Jake and the zombie demon apocalypse doctrine, right? Thought we done heard it all. But hey, it says in the last days, man, people going to go after their own lust, right? Taking heed to seducing devils. We'll get that, Lord willing. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, and verse 43. It says, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay, right? So this guy trying to say that has something to do with what the zombie apocalypse, man. That simply is letting you know that is what EU, NATO, and America. Those nations are as the miry clay and iron, because they can't get on one accord, but they're all Edomites, right? It says, and in those days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. How is he setting that kingdom up right now? He's waking up his elect, right? He's building that second temple, Shalakia, that third temple, right? Which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So what the hell is this guy talking about, man? This guy's clueless. Matter of fact, let's get this in Luke, because Yahweh prophesied about this, man. About the curses coming upon our people, right? So this is Luke chapter 19, chapter 21 and verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh, right? Then let them that are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them that are in the midst thereof depart out, and let them that are in the countries there enter thereinto, right? For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled, right? It says, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be a great distress in the land, and the wrath upon this people, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captives into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled, right? That's letting you know, man, that happened in 70 AD. When the Romans seized Jerusalem, guess what they were doing? They were eating their children, man. It happened once, it's going to happen again, right? And it's happened several times, man. So what the hell is this guy talking about? The microchip going to change your DNA the way you going to want to eat your own children, man. This guy is bugged the hell out, right? Bugged out. Bugged out. Let me get this. I put it on the comment board, but let's read it again. So this is 1 Peter 4 and 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of power. If any man minister, let him do it as the ability in which power giveth, that power in all things may be glorified through Hamashiach Yahushua, to whom be praise and dominion forever. So that's that and ever. That's that kingdom that's not going to be left to other people, man. Right? Let's get this scripture right here and we're going to close out. Because we ain't even got to go into the breakdown of Revelations. All right. Salakia. All right. So this is 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, right? That's what this guy is giving heed to, a seducing spirit and doctrine of devils, right? Speaking lies and hypocrisy. You saying that the zombie demon apocalypse is coming by the way of a microchip is speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. Yeah, man, he was watching all type of groups, man, right? And hey, man, that's how you know we're in the last days, man. It's plain to see, man. You know, you got these guys talking about the damn reptile. You can't eat turkey. You can't eat chicken. You got all these. You can have sex on the Sabbath. You got all these different damn doctors coming on. That's why you know we're in the last time, man. That's why you have to say hold fast to what you've been taught. Let's see if I can get that. All right. All right, here we go. Oh, this is Revelations 2 and 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. Right? And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter, they shall be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father, right? So, man, that's plain and clear, man. The kingdom of heaven is only for the Israelites, man. This guy is bugged out. He has no idea what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even going to try and break down or give a breakdown for Revelations 13 to this guy. Because, why? I'm not finna cast my pearls to swine. Lord willing, it's been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and much respect to the brothers laboring in this truth worldwide to wake up the elect of the children of Israel. Lord willing, it's been edifying. Until the next time I say, Shalom.